Okay, so we're back with the Wonder Years at episode 9, and we are at Graham's house today. And Graham is in the backyard playing basketball or playing at basketball with his father. Graham's father at one point had dreams of becoming a professional basketball player himself, but he got injured in college, and so those dreams went down the toilet. So he basically is attempting to live his own dreams out through Graham. See, he made a huge dunk. He's proud of himself. And he's like, Graham, why can't you do that? How could he lose? Losing a bat, so basically Graham lost. Oh, and then he also sprained his ankle, apparently. I've never even seen that prompt come up. Apparently he's living his dreams out through Graham despite Graham's ankles. And apparently the father sprained his ankle too. Like they both sprained their ankles. The father because he's old and Graham because he's not that good. So Graham sprained his ankle so bad he lost his foot, basically, I guess. So the father is in a bad mood because he's like, my son is not living up to my expectations. So he's come over to argue with the mom who's minding her own business, trying to get her self-care in. He's like, you were supposed to take Graham to basketball practice this week, and you were too busy lounging around the house. She's like, Graham didn't want to go to the basketball practice this week. He said he had extra homework to do or something. I don't know. He had to hang out with a girl. Who knows? She's like, why don't you let Graham live his life? He's like, I am letting Graham live his life as I tell him to. So the mothers come over to, cheer Graham up, make him feel better about himself now that he's gotten beaten down on the court by his father. Carla is evil. Evil since become happy from the misery of others and have a variety of ways to accomplish this. You're capable of making good decisions. I trust you to do so. I'm here to support you no matter what you choose. Okay, apparently she followed that up with yelling at him. You're capable of making... Okay, thank you. Having the ability to make my own choices helps. So she's reached parenting level 1. You have a teenager. How are you only level 1? Gosh. Graham never had a chance, apparently. So Graham is just, he's taking out all his frustration or venting all his frustrations with his mom. And his mom is obviously relishing his misery. I don't know. Does Graham have a beard? What is happening here? Why does he... Apparently, Graham is attempting to shave his non-existent beard. I don't know. So, they're taking out the trash together because this is what, couples do. He's like, honey, you don't even know how to take the trash out right. I told you, pick it up and put it in the trash can like this. She's like, I know how to take out the trash. I don't know why you're always over here trying to tell me what to do. He's like, because you're never doing it correctly. He's like, I do everything correctly, honey. She's like, you don't do anything correctly. You don't do the laundry correctly. You don't cook correctly. You don't even take the trash out correctly. She's like, see, honey, see, I'm taking out the trash. She put it on the ground again. What the heck? What is happening? He's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. What is your use? You couldn't even put the trash in the trash can correctly. He's coming back to stomp on the trash with his bare feet. I have to do everything myself. That's how you do it correctly. All right, so the father's gone to do a little work. He runs a business. I don't know what business he runs, but he runs a business. Since he wasn't able to play basketball, probably like a sporting goods business or something, Anyway, and then I don't know what Graham's doing. He's just in the bathroom still upset because he lost that basketball game again. He's like, I'm never going to beat my father. Crown is a jam, ain't it? So he's decided to go over and visit his best friend, Mimi Landgrab, to make himself feel better. So, because he's a decent basketball player, but he's not the star of the basketball team like his father wants him to be. I mean, he probably is like not going to play college basketball. He's not that good. I mean, he's decent, but he's not that good. So, but Mimi's like all in love with him, and so it makes him feel better to come over here and have her fawn all over him. You know, he's like, yeah, Mimi, I've had a hard day. I just wanted to, hang out. Graham is a snob. Sims love to critique the work of others and prefer the companionship of fellow snobs. Well, I mean, Mimi Landgrab is definitely a fellow snob. So Mimi Landgrab lives in Brindleton Bay, which is where Jada lives. Jada Ross, Marcella Ross's cousin. So she also goes to, who is this girl in her house? Apparently this is one of Mimi's minions that has come over to tell her something. She's like, did you do it? Did you do what I told you to do? She's like, I did it, but I don't know why I need to do it, Mimi. You're doing it because I told you to do it. That's why you're doing it. And she's like, okay, Mimi, I guess. Okay, and so Mimi is an avid horse rider. She is a horse lover. So they live in this fancy house. I think this house is by Soul Sister, and it has stables built into it. It's like a fancy ranch. And so these are Mimi's two horses. So she's attempting to train one of her horses, and then she told Graham to get on the other horse, but Graham hates horses. So she's like, Graham, get on the horse. We're going to go riding. Wait, Mimi's burning to death. Mimi is not a vampire, despite what everybody thinks. She's not actually a vampire, so I don't know why she's burning to death. Anyway, Graham, where did Graham go? He went back in the house. He was supposed to get on the horse. This is a disaster. Graham's like, not only am I going to sprain my ankles, I'm also going to sprain my neck on this horse. Mimi does not care. She's just like, Graham, get on the horse. We're going on a ride. It'll make you feel better. He's like, I don't know, Mimi. He's like, my horses are thoroughbreds. They won't throw you off. I mean, who knows? They might throw him off because, I mean, her horses are as snobby as she is. So they may throw him off. But according to Mimi, the horse won't. So he's decided to get on the horse. So they can go on the... Oh, see? The horse is already attempting to throw him off. All right, Mimi, come on. Let's go on a ride. All right, see, Mimi is just like riding circles around Graham. Graham, ride straight. What are you doing? You got the horse going all over the place. Oh, my gosh. Mimi is like, let's go for a ride on the beach. She's just like trotting, running off with her hair blowing in the wind, and then like Graham is behind, like barely making it. This horse is like, who is this kid? Get him off of me. Okay, well that's Jada's mother right there. How is she talking to a dog? They don't even have a dog. It's like a random dog sleeping in the middle of the road. Here we go with Mimi again, galloping beautifully with her purse. I actually like the trails in Brindleton Bay better than the trails in Chestnut Ridge. Even though like Chestnut Ridge is specifically made for horse riding, the trails in Brindleton Bay are actually like prettier. I mean, they're not specifically made for horse riding, as you can see. Like Graham is getting his head knocked off going under the bridge. There's Jada. Now they're even more. Now there's a cat. Like there's even more dogs and a cat. This place is just like full of animals. All right, so Mimi's already made it back to the house. I don't know where Graham is. He's lost somewhere. But Mimi's putting her horse back up in the stable, and getting him some water. So Shadow is the horse that she rode, and I think Graham is riding Aponia. Horse is currently being ridden somewhere. Like, Graham and Aponia are lost. Oh my gosh. Like, they're way over here. Where are they? Graham is like, I hope you know where you're going, horse, because I surely don't. I surely have no clue where we're going. I mean, because Graham doesn't live in Brilton Bay. I mean, he comes over here to visit Mimi, but he doesn't live here, so he doesn't really know the trails. So he really, truly is lost. Aponia knows the trails pretty well, though, so eventually the horse will go back to the house. Eventually. Whatever she's done. You know, well, maybe she won't, because she just stopped. She's like, I'm done carrying you, child. Get off my back. And meanwhile, Mimi's back in the house. She's like, I wonder what happened to Graham. Oh, he'll be okay. Aponia knows how to get back here. Yeah, that's if Aponia decides to bring him back. She might knock his butt off. A service sim hired by Mimi Lamgrab is on their way. Okay, Mimi's just hiring random service sims. Apparently her minion didn't want to stay to help out around the house. All right, so Aponia finally started moving again. I mean, literally, it's 10 p.m. at night now. Graham has, like, literally been out all night. They're, like, fireflies. I mean, he's like, I'm gonna die out here. You know, Mimi just left me to die. They're crossing some random stream. It's like, I have no idea where I am. I'm gonna have to, you know, like, pitch a tent. I'm gonna have to sleep in a bed of leaves. Graham, you don't have a tent. You might have to sleep in leaves, but you don't have a tent. All right, well, we've passed this house for the 18th time. Like, how many times has he passed this house? Oh, okay, so finally we're back. We are finally back at the Landgrab's estate. And Mimi, meanwhile, is asleep on the couch. She's like, she's like, does not care. She's just asleep on the couch. Graham is like, finally, I made it back. My life would flash before my eyes for a minute there. So Mimi's gonna have to put the horse back because clearly Graham is not gonna do. Graham is done with the horse. He doesn't care. Well, that's what the horse thinks about Graham. That is exactly what this horse thinks about Graham. He's like, you don't expect me to clean that up. And how did he go? I didn't realize he had on flip-flops. Who rides a horse with flip-flops? The horse was like, I'm not even waiting for whoever's coming out here to put me in the stable. I'm just going to go to sleep. I'm done for the day. Okay. And Mimi's gonna attempt to get the horse to go to sleep in the stable. Meanwhile, Graham came in to say hi to her father, Joffrey Landgrab. I think we saw Nancy at the beginning. I don't know what happened to Nancy, but she was at like when he first got there, she was there. Crown is a jam, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? All right, so they all decided to go out with Graham's parents to dinner. So Graham's father got them some alcohol. They're gonna grab it. Really, Graham? Graham was quick to grab that drink. He's like, I need that. I need a drink after that horse ride. He's like, I need a drink after that horse ride. Oh my gosh, Graham's parents are arguing again. She's like, don't start with me, Graham. So Graham's father's name is Graham too. It's Graham Senior. Graham's like, they're embarrassing me. Like, let me chug even more of this drink down. My parents are embarrassing me. All right, so what are we gonna get? Yeah, so this is the Olive Garden. I think this is the Olive Garden by Beans Build, because the other one that I usually use is by Alexis Ariel. It doesn't look like this. I think the one that I have that's by... I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know who did this, Alexis. Who did this? No, I think this is the one by Alexis Ariel. It just, we're sitting in a spot in the restaurant that I don't usually go. Like, usually we sit outside. They are enjoying their dinner. Finally, the waiter came over to ask them what they're going to eat. So Graham's father is treating everybody because, you know, he's a big spender. He's always trying to, like, show off. Thank you. We'll bring your order out as soon as possible. Oh my gosh. She's like, Graham, why do you have to show off so much? He's like, I'm not showing off. I'm just doing what a responsible, you know... Carla and Graham have a difficult... Well, that's an understatement. Carla and Graham definitely have a difficult relationship. Yes. He's like, I'm not showing off. I'm just, you know, being a nice guy by paying for everybody's meal and then letting them know how much I paid for it. She's like, the land grabs understand this. Yeah, the land grabs understand that, you know, they have more money than you, but they'll still let you pay. They will still let you pay the bill, Graham. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Your hair is so beautiful. Oh, Graham's over here flirting with Mimi, gassing her up. Why are you gassing up Mimi? You don't even like Mimi like that. He's gassing up her mother, too. Think you will bring... Your sense of style is so unique and creative. Really? What you think what Nancy has on is unique and creative? I mean, it looks like she, like, is out in her pajamas. Here's your order. I mean, the dress kind of washes her out a little bit. I'm just saying. All right, so they all got lobster. So Graham is really is really, like, you know, spending the night. And Carla is upset. She's like, Graham, we're on a budget. Why are you spending this much money on lobster and scallops? He's like, yeah, well, you're still eating the lobster and scallops. You could have chose something cheaper if that our budget concerned you so much, Carla. Carla's like, what do I look like? Eating something cheaper while you're paying for an expensive meal for another woman. What other woman? I'm paying for the land grabs. Yes, which includes Nancy, which is another woman. Whatever, Carla. Graham is pissed off. Like, they're both pissed off. But they're enjoying the meal, though. This expensive meal that Graham can't afford. She's like, so, Joffrey, how's your, year been at with the land grab industries? She's like, yeah, it's been fine. She's like, why are you bothering Joffrey? He, wants to speak about things like golf. He doesn't want to talk about work at a leisurely dinner. She's like, I thought Joffrey loved talking about work. He's like, Joffrey's like, yeah, I don't actually mind talking about work. Like, Graham is like, what did he say? Thanks for the advice. Who gave him that advice? Hopefully not Nancy. I mean, as long as she's not advising him on outfits. Graham's like, okay, so Joffrey, how's your golf score this year? He's like, yeah, it's pretty good. I've been out every Sunday, a couple times on Saturday too. Carla's like, this is boring. This is boring, Graham. Nobody cares about you and your golf score. And Graham, I thought you were going to pay for the meal. He's like, I am paying for the meal. She's like, well, how are you paying for the meal when the card just got declined, Graham? Graham is level 1 parenting too? Okay. Who is singing? Oh my gosh. Mimi is like, I'll cheer you up, Graham, by singing you a song. Meanwhile, Graham Sr. is still arguing. You're so fun to be around. I really enjoy spending time with you. I hope you feel that way about me too. Aw, Graham, that's so nice. Mimi is feeling so, you always make me feel heard and understood. It's a gift. He's still gassing Mimi all the way up. Thank you. I'm so glad you feel that way. Everyone deserves to be listened to and understood. What is happening? I'm not sure what I want to be when I grow up, and all my friends seem to have it figured out. How do I figure it out myself? Pick something you like. Now, his father's not saying that. His father's saying, you're already playing basketball. I already decided for you, Graham. You're playing basketball. They're like, sir, your card was declined. Do you have another one? He's like, just wait a minute. I'm finishing my drink. My Graham, let me talk to you on the side here. I told you we don't have the Graham Carroll Sr. and Carla Carroll Sr. are both getting into it. Of course, we go to the restaurant on neighborhood brawl day. Gosh, they're just like gonna get into random brawls. I can't. She's like, Graham, you're embarrassing me. What is going on with you? You're drunk. You don't have any money. You should have just let the land grabs pay for the meal like I said to begin with at the beginning. Now they're going to hug. Really? At the end of that, y'all are hugging? Grandma's like, my parents had too much to drink, clearly. Graham is an active sim. Well, that is an understatement. Like what? Graham is actively raising the glass to his lips. That's what he's actively doing. Anger management. Sometimes I just get so angry. Jeez. Well, you definitely don't need advice from your parents who are over here brawling. Oh my gosh. Now they're like making out. Graham is like, let me go to the bathroom. I can't deal with these people today. Like, first they're getting in brawls. Now they're making out. The waitress is like, sir, can I take the card from you? Joffrey's like, here, just take my card. It's fine. She's like, I don't have to spend that much money on Nancy's outfit, so I can pay for the meal. All right, so Graham decided he wants to go upstairs to get away from his parents, and Mimi is going with him. Apparently this is a unisex bathroom, and Graham just got food poisoning. How many times have we been to this Olive Garden and nobody's ever gotten food poisoning? Now Graham all of a sudden gets food poisoning. I can't. Anyway. I thought you were going to the bathroom, Graham. It's like, I really enjoyed spending time with you today, Mimi. I got my mind off of some things. I mean, this last part where my parents were, fighting and making out was a little strange. But you're definitely my best friend. Super best friends. Make 20 BFFs with non-player Sims. Clearly, it's not just Graham that's been making these BFFs, because people don't like Graham that much. Mimi's pretty much the only one that likes Graham. Crown is a jam, ain't it? Mimi and Nivea, because he decided to call Nivea over. So he goes, gas Mimi up at the restaurant. He's like, yeah, we're best friends. And then he goes and sneaks home to spend time with Nivea. Graham, completely ignoring the fact that Mimi has a crush on him. That's probably why she left him out to die on the horse trail. So anyway, he snuck home to spend some time with Nivea before his parents got home. He's like, yeah, I mean, we can sit around my room or we can do something else. She's like, oh, Graham, what would you like to do? He's like, you're my girlfriend, so we should do like, girlfriend boyfriend things. She's like, oh, really? I'm your girlfriend now? He's like, yeah, of course you're my girlfriend. I've decided you're my girlfriend. So, we can kiss. We can do a little bit more than kissing. That's what boyfriend girlfriends do, right? Nivea's like, yeah, okay. Nivea's falling for it. Who's surprised? All right, so they've decided to sit out by the pool now that they're done doing what they do. And I don't know, Nivea happened to have her bathing suit in her purse, I guess. So they're going to go swimming. Oh gosh, here comes Graham Sr. He's like, Graham, it's time to play basketball. Graham's like, I don't want to play basketball. My friend's here. I'm just hanging out by the pool. She's like, you don't have time to hang out by the pool. The rumors are true. Nivea wants to go to the prom with Graham. Kara, will he go? Nivea, just because he said yes doesn't mean he's actually going to go with you. You know what happened to Janae. This is a preliminary, maybe tentative yes. and the same thing for the girlfriend-boyfriend thing. Well, apparently Graham Sr. told her to leave, because it's time to go play basketball. He's like, you're slacking, son. You better start working harder if you want to make it to the NBA. He says, imagine you are a marathon runner, steady and enduring. No matter how far the finish line seems, you know you can reach it. Keep going. I'll keep running towards the finish line, even if I have to crawl. Thanks for believing in me. Crawl? There goes Graham's ankles.
Never felt like this, put it all on myself. How could it end like this? If I had another chance, I'll never let you go. Missing you like crazy, baby boy, you touch my soul.